Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is Mehdi. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at 20 of best men's fragrances that will upgrade your level immediately. I have no doubt all of you are great, but always we can be our better. So without any further ado, I will try to keep it as brief as possible, like always. At number 20. It is a dry, semi-gourmand fragrance. It is like diet gourmand fragrance, not that much sweet, but you can get those chocolatey, sweet and somehow edible notes at the background of the fragrance with some sort of prominent cannabis seeds. Fragrance smells oily and slightly herbal as well. It is such a stylish, dressed up, glass in a bottle type of fragrance. Slightly it is smoky, performance is great, it is highly concentrated and oily fragrance, lasts like forever on my skin, but projection and sillage is average for first 2 hours. At number 19 from House of Montserrat, Oud Vanille. A great, dirty, bad boy vanilla based fragrance. I mean, it is not like clean, girlish type of vanilla based fragrance. It is smoked, it is dirty and has weight to it. It is like combination between oud and vanilla, bitter and sweet at the same time, with a transparent, wearable smokiness at the background. Also one of those long-lasting monster fragrances. I wouldn't say beast mode because it is not big-time projector type of fragrance, but definitely lasts over 12 hours on my skin, and projection and sillage is there for first 2 hours average. At number 19, look at this masterpiece, Genetic Bliss. Such a beautiful fragrance. If you are into woody fragrances, immediately get this one. It is like wood in a bottle, like combination of few different dry, realistic, woody notes in one bottle. This is like black peppery, woody, slightly smoky and powdery also. I get some sort of powderiness at the background of the fragrance, and it is like 1-2 drops of sweetness at the base of the fragrance. Not too sweet fragrance. It is mostly in that woody and spicy side. Performance is great, lasts only like 12-14 hours plus in terms of longevity, with 3 hours of good projection and way above average sillage. It is like house filler, very big type of sillage in a soft and inoffensive way. At number 17, Code EDP by Giorgio Armani. Smells like Sudan Thai in a bottle, very dressed up and stylish type of fragrance. It is sweet, I wouldn't say syrupy, but it is thick. I can get definitely tonka, ambroxan, and some sort of leathery or soft leather, let's say, or suede is better. It feels suede at the base of the fragrance, so suede and tonka at the base. At the betweens also I can get some sort of tobacco-y feel, very stylish and manly. Performance is good, I can get like 7 to 8 hours, let's say solid 7 hours this one, with first hour and a half average projection and above average sillage, lasts on clothing way longer. At number 16, Black Afghano by Nazomatsu. I would say to this one, a rude fragrance. It doesn't care about anybody. Scent profile is not playful, not happy, nothing juicy here. Very bitter, smoky, slightly green with some sort of berryish sourness at the top, but definitely next level. This is a highly concentrated fragrance, just lasts and lasts on my skin, but projection and sillage is average for first 2 hours. If you want a better projection and sillage and you like this scent profile, I would suggest you Gucci Intense Oud. It lasts same like 10-12 hours plus, but projection and sillage is louder compared to this one. At number 15, Ojan from House of Parfums de Marly. One of those niche, next level gourmand fragrances. Definitely, I can get more here: cinnamon, tobacco and vanilla, honey compared to other notes. I know there is not tobacco in the official note breakdown of this fragrance, but I say to you what I can get. Definitely I get tobacco here. It is tobacco, honey, cinnamon, vanilla. Very delicious fragrance. It is not a great performing fragrance, but scent profile is sweet, has that potential to be like 14 hours plus lasting type of fragrance, but honestly I can get like 5 to 6 hours. Let's say good 6 hours in terms of longevity, with first hour and a half average, somehow below average projection and sillage, but scent profile is mind-blowing. At number 14, Oud Wood by Tom Ford, one of the most wearable and most complimented oud-based fragrances in my collection. It is bitter, herbal, spicy, soapy. It is like oud soap to my nose. Definitely I get that soapy vibe at the background of the fragrance. In terms of performance, I would say it is close to good, like 6 to 7 hours plus, but softly 6 to 7 hours plus, but lasts way longer on the clothing, like 2-3 days for whatever reason. But on my skin, only 6 to 7 hours with first hour and a half average, soft, like office friendly type of projection and sillage. At number 13, Givenchy Gentleman EDP. For me, this one is hands down the best in the line. Not too powdery or lipsticky, very rounded, well balanced, boozy, spicy and powdery fragrance. It is like man in a bottle, sex in a bottle, very dressed up and stylish. Scent profile of the fragrance is not safe, but gets crazy compliments. I mean, it is not like citrusy, aquatic, fruity. It is like boozy, spicy. Lasts on me like 6 to 7 hours plus, fair enough. With first hour and a half average projection. At number 12, another boozy masterpiece, Angel's Share by Kilian. Such an addicting fragrance. It is boozy, sweet, but not like added sweetness, sugariness. Let's say dried, fruity type of sweetness is going on here. It is spicy. And again, like Ocean by Parfums de Mali also reminds me of that fragrance. I can get here tobacco, like dried tobacco leaves. In terms of performance, it is good, like 6 to 7 hours. Slightly, I can say, better than Ocean by Parfums de Mali, but scent profile is close. They share lots of similarities here. And projection and sillage is average for first hour and a half. At number 11, Noir Ambre by Issimiaki, or Noir Ambre. Oh, it is rich. It is sugary, sweet, synthetic. I can get some sort of plasticish vibe. It is more about saffron to my nose rather than amber, but amber is there at the background. It is like sugar and saffron. Fragrance is syrupy and sticky. I would say semi-gourmand because of that plasticish feel at the background of fragrance. Without that one would be a very solid gourmand fragrance, but that vibe added to fragrance a niche stance, I have to say. Performance is great, lasts on me like 10-12 hours plus with 2 hours of solid projection and sillage. Now we are at sub 10. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet and you find value in my videos, remember to subscribe and support me by your likes. I really appreciate that. La Nuit de l'Homme EDP. So for me, this one is definitely hands down the sexiest after La Nuit de l'Homme because of those added notes like leather, ambroxan and some sort of dark notes or thick tonka at the base of the fragrance. It is not as safe as La Nuit de l'Homme. It is darker, a bit more daring compared to La Nuit de l'Homme, but gets crazy compliments definitely. Lasts way longer on my skin, 10-12 hours plus with 2 hours of average projection and sillage. At number 9, Ani by Nishane. It is a dense vanilla based fragrance. Oh my goodness, it is like slightly milky, very little dusty because of amber, and I can get a zesty lemony vibe at the top of the fragrance. It is like zesty ambery with ton of vanilla at the base. Smells very concentrated and rich. Lasts crazy, like 12-14 hours plus easily on the skin with 2-3 hours of loud projection and sillage. At number 8, By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. It is what I call it, daring and safe. It is like smoky, but at the same time nutty and edible, sweet and woody. I like that contrast in this bottle, and I really enjoy that smoky note of this fragrance. It's not nuanced, something like a smoky, no, it's exactly like fire in a bottle, smoke in a bottle. Performance is great. It is a long-lasting fragrance. Projection and sillage is good for first 2 hours. I would say sillage is better compared to the projection. It is a room filler type of sillage. At number 7, Cologne, again by Parfums de Mali, one of the best earthy fragrances, oh my goodness, ever created. If you are into this type of earthy, soily, slightly spicy fragrances with touch of sweetness at the base, definitely a must-have for you. Character of fragrance is very dry. There is nothing here juicy, fresh, green, aquatic at all. I like that dry, earthy, dusty vibe of the fragrance. Lasts on me 12 hours plus with 2 hours of solid projection and sillage, and gets definitely compliments. At number 6, Stronger With You. Absolutely, hands down, one of the best right now existing designer fragrances in the entire market, in my opinion. Look at this. It is nutty, it is slightly smoky, sweet and boozy. This one is for me easily at top 5 most complimented fragrances in entire my collection. Lasts like 12-14 hours plus on my skin with 2-3 hours of crazy projection and sillage. At number 5, A lady killer fragrance, Valentino Humo Intense. It is dressed up, it is luxury, powdery, slightly chocolatey at the base with touch of leather. Leather is not here animalic or that much prominent, but gives to fragrance a very stylish weight, I have to say. Every single factor about this fragrance is 10 out of 10. Even bottle design, scent profile, price, compliments, especially from ladies, performance. It is like 12 hours plus on my skin with 3 hours of crazy projection and sillage. I prefer it for dressed up situations. It shines better and it is better for nights. At number 4, my most favorite fragrance from House of Jean Paul Gaultier, Le Male Parfum, a fragrance for alpha males. Has a very strong character, very memorable and signature scent worthy type of fragrance. Smells herbal and sweet, not green but herbal, like lavendery fougere type of herbal atmosphere is here. That is not that much about woody notes. Slightly it is woody at the base. It is mostly in that herbal or vegetal territory, let's say. To this one, performance is great, like 12 hours plus on my skin with 2 hours of average projection and sillage. At number 3, Oud for Greatness from House of Initio, another compliment monster oud based fragrance, let's say, to this one, but leans more daring compared to, for example, Oud Wood. But definitely there is something from that fragrance also here, plus Baccarat Rouge. I like that contrast, that bitter and sweet notes in the same bottle. About performance, I have to say it is one of those beast mode fragrances in my collection, like 14 hours plus easily on the skin with 3 hours, 4 hours of very loud type of projection and sillage. Maximum 3 sprays, more than enough with this one. I prefer it for colder seasons, better for winter and dressed up situations. At number 2, another 10 out of 10 masterpiece designer fragrance with a niche and outstanding stance, Dior Sauvage Elixir. Oh, it is lavendery, herbal but dark. Not that much woody, but for whatever reason I can get some sort of woody vibes at the background of the fragrance. Cinnamon, patchouli, slightly vanilla and licorice are main players here. In my opinion, this is one of those must-have fragrances, hands down, in any man's collection. Lasts like 12-14 hours plus on my skin with 2 to 3 hours great projection and sillage, and definitely gets solid compliments. I believe this fragrance deserves to be at number 1 because I know immediately will carry you to next level, will upgrade your level, especially in people's eyes. Parfums de Mali, Leighton, one of the best things, best fragrances I've ever smelled in entire my life. It is daring, it is safe, it is designer, it is niche. I like that niche character of fragrance with compliment getting, designer compliment getting factor, let's say, to this one. I get apple, I get cardamom, I get some sort of Vixy, mentally vibe. It is smoky, sweet, spicy, 10 out of 10 fragrance. In terms of performance, price, no, price is a bit salty. Projection, sillage, everything, every single factor about this fragrance is 10 out of 10. Just get a sample and try it. You won't regret it. Take care, guys.